My name is Steve and welcome back to Heat of the Drum. Today what are we doing? We're doing chicken wings. If this is your first time watching, I appreciate you clicking on the video. If you've watched a few of the other ones before, I really appreciate it. And anybody that watches, hits the like button, I thank you all. But the grates are clean. Let's get this charcoal basket filled and let's get these wings on. Go ahead and get our chimney in here. There. And let's go ahead and get our basket out so we can fill it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this charcoal basket filled. Do a little Kingsford. Using cowboy lump and Kingsford briquettes this time. Okay, as you can see, charcoal's in there. Now we're going to add some wood. This is apple wood that I'm putting in here. And like I always say, I like to protect my wood at first, a couple coals, just so it doesn't burn up. We're going to be dumping our coals right in the center of this. That'll work just like that. And we'll get the chimney filled up now. And I do the same thing, a little bit of Kingsford and a little bit of lump. That's good right there. Going to go right on in here. And we'll center our basket. And then what I do is I come in here with my grate at the second level. And that's where we're going to start our chimney. Okay, and I come down here. I just have the one damper on my smoker. And like I said before, if you want to know more about this smoker, check out my first video. I go into great detail on how I made this smoker. We'll come back up here. Let's go ahead. Got a lighter cube here, Weber lighter cube. Let's go ahead and get this thing lit. Just like that. And we'll get our chimney on top. About 15 minutes or so, we'll come back out and we'll dump. We got flame coming out of our chimney. Let's go ahead and dump it. And we're going to dump right in the center. Just like that. And then what I like to do, like I said, I don't want my wood to burn up right away. So I always try to get the coals away from my wood. I don't want them to burn up just yet. So I'm going to do like that. That looks pretty good right there. I'm going to go ahead, get this grate in. Get our restrictor plate in. Got the restrictor plate in. Now comes my water bowl. I always do a water bowl. So that goes right in the center. Now I need two grates going today because I got two things we're doing. So let's go ahead and get those in there. And this lid's going to stay off for 10 minutes. Like I said, our target temp is 290 to 300 in that range. So I'm going to let this stay off for about 10 minutes and let this fire really get established and going. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get my digital thermometer going here, and I'll bring you in. So what I'm going to do here is just set my thermometer to 315. When this drum reaches 315 degrees, then we're going to go ahead and damper down below. But like I said, we're not. That's later after we put the lid on. Just showing you that now, though. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get the lid on, and we're going to watch our timer. Like I said, when this hits 315, that's when we're going to set our damper down there. All right, let's get these wings prepped here. So what I like to do is cut off this flapper here. So I'm going to take my wing, I'm just going to push it down like that, and it's going to show me right where that's at. And I'm just going to chop it right off. Just like that. And we're going to do that to every one of these. And then we're going to put them on this paper towel and try to dry off some of the moisture. Just like that. Show you one more. Just like this. Just like that. Okay, so we got them all the flappers cut off. So let's go ahead and looks like my drum is hot enough. Okay, so the alarm went off, 315 degrees, and I come down here and I set my damper opening for about 9/16 of an inch. Like I said, once you learn your smoker, you kind of know, where your damper needs to be set. So that's where we're going to roll, and hopefully it'll put us right around that 290 to 300. And like I always say, there's always the 20-degree swing. So okay, so I got all the chicken wings here where I want them. And we're just going to put some paper towel across the top and push down and try to get any moisture off of here. Just like that. And then what I'm going to do is now I'm going to bring them down here and put them on this foil. Get this paper towel out of here, because we're getting ready to season. And we'll start off with them all down like that, so I can hit the underside first. And then we'll flip them all around and hit the tops. Just like that. Get rid of this. Let's get rid of these gloves, or at least one of them. Okay, now what I did is I made a rub up to put on these. This is my chicken rub recipe here. So we're going to grab a bowl and dump all this in and mix it up and get it put on here. Okay, and here's my chicken rub recipe. So got 1 tablespoon of dark chili powder, 1 tablespoon granulated garlic, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon smoked paprika, and then a half a cup, I don't know if you guys have used this before, but it's sugar in the raw. It's a turbinado cane sugar. That's what we're using for the sugar. Let's get it all dumped in, and we'll get her mixed up. Just like that. And we'll mix her. And it'll look like that. And get her mixed up a little bit more here. There we go. Now it's looking good. All right, let's go ahead and do our thing here. I'm just going to grab some and go ahead and season these wings. Go ahead and bring this over a little bit. And we're going to coat them pretty good. We want some good seasoning on these things. Should have some really good flavor. And I'm just going to take my gloved hand here and I'm just going to pat that in there so it sticks in there nicely. And we'll get them flipped. And we'll let this rub sit in here for about 30 minutes on these wings, so it can kind of sweat in there. And the way I like to arrange these on the DrumSmoker is I try to put the littler ones towards the center where they're more protected by my restrictor plate, and the bigger ones towards the outside edges. All right, I think that's going to do. We'll go ahead and pat that in so it kind of sticks. And I'm going to stick them back in the fridge for a little bit until we're ready for it. And right now, we're running at 289. Our target temp was 290 to 300, so we're right in there where we want to be. Okay, let's get our wings on. Start with putting the, like I said, I like to put the little ones right in the center. And I'm going to work kind of fast here because I don't want to mess my smoker heat up. These on here. Said I like to do the littler ones kind of towards the inside. And the bigger ones kind of towards the outside. And that looks pretty good. Okay, wings are on. You probably see me messing with these potatoes, but that'll be a different video. Alrighty, wings are gonna go for an hour and we'll check them. Okay, it's been an hour for the chicken wings, so we're gonna check those right now. As you can see, our temperature is fluctuating. We're like 259 to 260. Our target temp was 290 to 300. So you can see these things, the smoker has really dropped down, but it's rebounding. It's trying to catch back up. So I'm not worried about it at all. Let me get some gloves on. Chicken is 166 right there. These are technically done. Let's check that little one is. Let's check this big one here. 157, so not bad. 158. I think what we're going to do is we're going to flip them real quick. And in just a few minutes, we're going to start the crisping process. So let's get these flipped. We're going to crisp up that skin here. And I mean just in like a few minutes. Let's get this back on and get this back on. We'll come back and check in a few minutes. All right, it's literally been probably a couple minutes, and I'm going to start the crisping process, and I'm going to show you how I get my chicken wings crispy. Get these potatoes off. Get this rack off. I need to get this out of here. Get our wings back on. I'm going to slide these over. And now we're going to get the thermometer back in. And we're going to get our potatoes back on. And we're going to let these things crisp up. And we're going to check about every 2 minutes. Okay, let's check them. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just keep checking and periodically flipping. See, our potatoes are starting to bubble a little bit. Get that out of there. Okay. And we'll flip again in a couple minutes. Okay, let's check these wings. It's been another couple minutes. Go ahead and flip again. Like I said, every couple minutes we're just going to keep flipping until they get to the crispiness that we want. And you just keep checking them so they don't burn. Okay, it's been another couple minutes. We're going to check. And we're going to flip our wings again. Looking really good. Keeping an eye on them. Don't want them to burn. We want them crispy and not burnt. Just like that. Smells phenomenal. We'll check in a couple more minutes. Okay, let's check her again. Oh man, them potatoes are looking really good. Get these flipped. Few more minutes on them wings and the potatoes. Few more minutes on that. And the temperature is definitely in the 300s. It was reading about 330. So when you take that restrictor and that water out of there, you're letting that flame come directly up. And between the juices dropping from the chicken, and so it's getting those potatoes bubbling good. And it's going to really finish these things off. So a few more minutes. Again, I'm going to move these wings in. Oh yeah, they're starting to look pretty good here. I'd say probably one more time and we're going to be taking them off. Check in a few minutes. All right, we're going to check these again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These are where I want them, so I'm going to go ahead and get them off because too much longer. Yep, we're going to go ahead and take them off. Close my damper down there. And we'll see inside for the taste test. Okay, only one thing left to do on these wings. But before I bite into one of these, let's kind of just do a little bit of a recap. First, we made a rub and put it on these wings. We let it sit for about 30 minutes. We got our smoker up to temp. About 290 to 300 is what we were after. We had the wings on for about an hour. They were on a little bit more than an hour probably. Then we started the crisping process, which once we remove the restrictor and remove the water bowl, we just keep flipping about every 2 to 3 minutes right around in there until we get the desired crispiness we want on that skin. So that was basically it. It was a very simple smoke. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bite into one and give it a taste test. So let me just grab this one here. It's got my name written all over it. Let's pull it off. Oh yeah. Woo! And they are hot. Oh man. They're hot and they're good. Oh yeah. Real good smoky taste. The rub is just right. It's not overpowering one way or the other. One more thing, guys. If you want to see how I did those cheesy potatoes, part 2 will be coming out shortly. Till then, see you next time. Heat of the Drum.